Okay, this is a question on probability from WJEC GCSE Mathematics Unit 1 paper, the non-calculated paper. Okay, let's have a look what we've got. Kerry has a set of cards. Each of her cards is labelled north, east, south or west. Kerry chooses one card at random from her set of cards. Complete the table below to find the probability of Kerry choosing a card labelled west. So straight away, obviously, it looked like probability to me anyway with the table, but we're confirmed when we read the question because we have the word there. So to work out this missing probability, you have to remember that if we include all possibilities, which are north, east, south or west, there's no other possibility from her set of cards because those are the only labels, then all the probabilities will add up to 1. So if you include all possibilities, all their probabilities should add up to 1. So we're going to use that fact now to work out the missing probability for west. So we have 0.4 0.25 plus 0.2. Now you could do this in columns, but I'm pretty sure, I don't want to insult your intelligence, you can do this just by looking at it. So we got 0.4 plus 0.25 is 0.65 plus 0.2 is 0.85. So that's what those three probabilities add up to. So what's missing is 1, take away that 0.85, which is of course 0.15. So that is the probability of west being chosen. Okay, so just to run through that again, I added up the probabilities that I was given, give me 0.85. To work out the missing probability, subtract that from 1 because they should all add up to 1. Okay, let's look at part B. Kerry chooses one card at random from her set of cards. What's the probability that the card is labelled east or south? There's a key word, that or. When we're looking at probabilities, if the events are independent and we're looking at the probability of one event or another event, then we add the probabilities. So this or basically means to add the probability for east and the probability for south. So the probability for east was 0.25, and we're going to add that to the probability for south, which was 0.2, which is of course 0.45. And we'd expect the probability to be greater because we're given one possibility or another possibility. It's like if you're rolling a die with 1 to 6 on it, a fair die, you'd rather be given the chance to win if it was a game, if you were given the chance to roll a 1 or a 2 than just a 1 on its own, because you've got more chance of rolling a 1 or a 2. So you expect the probability to be higher. Okay, let's look at part C. Sasha has an identical set of cards. Kerry and Sasha choose one card at random from their set of cards. Right, so the situation we've got is Sasha's picking a card at random and Kerry's picking a card at random. Because Sasha's cards is identical, then the probabilities will be the same as well. What is the probability that they both choose a card labelled north? So this time both cards are north. Now there's a word they haven't used, but if we're looking for Sasha to choose a card that's got north on it, the key word I just said then was and. So basically, using the notation P for probability, the probability that Sasha picks north and Kerry picks north, what we do then, and means multiply, because this time you'd expect the probabilities to be smaller. I'll go back to rolling a die again. If you were asked to roll a 1 and then roll a 2 in order to win, that's more difficult than just rolling a 1 on its own. Okay, so a combination of events where you're working out the probability of something and something else and something else, then the more events you have, the less likely it is to happen. So we multiply the probabilities. So basically and means times when you use that word for independent events. So the probability of Sasha picks a north, and we go back up, it's the same as probably 0.4. And it was the same for Kerry's. So we got 0.4 times 0.4. Now be careful, we got 4 times 4 is 16. Now a decimal point goes here because I have 2 digits after a decimal point in the question, so I expect 2 digits after a decimal point in my answer. Also, I expect the answer to be less than both of these because I'm multiplying a fraction by a fraction. So the answer must be smaller than 0.4, and 0.16 is. Okay, hope that helps. Thank you very much.